Hey, my name's Christian Lee. I'm here for Earworm, and we're here with, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Kiefer. Really happy to be here. Thanks so much, Christian.
Hey, thank you. I've been trying to lock this down for years, actually. So I'm glad this is finally happening.
Wow, awesome. Thanks so much. Glad to hear it.
All right, and you're a hometown hero, back in San Diego. How's tour been? Because I know it's pretty much like halfway done right now, right?
Yeah, it's been great. We did Houston, Dallas, Austin, Denver, Portland, Seattle, and Los Angeles before this. So I guess this is show number 8. It's been great. We've had a lot of fun, and yeah, it's been cool.
Yeah, and after this, you're going to Chicago, right?
We're doing a quick stop in Dubai, and then we're doing Chicago.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Yeah, a quick stop in Dubai. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Not an official tour date, but just going out there, doing a one-off, and then continuing with, reaching out to our fans in all the U.S. cities that we can. So
Mr. Worldwide right here,
Well, we do what we can. Yeah.
But you've been on tour before. This isn't your first one. I just want to know, because it's like I said earlier, it's like kind of halfway. What do you do to prevent yourself from just getting burnt out, keeping each show feel fresh?
Oh, you just gotta have fun. You gotta. I don't take myself very seriously in terms of the actual when it's performance time. I try my best. We all try our best. We bust our ass on stage, but part of that is also having fun. There's a lot of flexibility. I always make sure to under rehearse the band so that when we go out and play, we have space to make up new things. And that keeps it really fun. And then in between shows, we have, little traditions and things we like to do that are really fun. And we just have a good time. Yeah.
You can't just leave it at that. Can you expand a little bit more? What's traditions you guys have?
Well, one of the things is on a show day, this is a simple one. On a show day, first thing every morning is we listen to Hustle and Motivate by Nipsey Hussle. No matter what. That's how we start the day.
That's cool.
And then when we get back in the car after a show, we usually have a playlist that we run through as well. Some songs that we really like, some funny songs sometimes. Like there's just version of what's that Rick Roll song, Never Gonna Give You Up. But like with a crazy auto-tune that's really funny. Or we have our sense of humor. Like every tour has a sense of humor. Like every group. Like when I tour with Moonchild, I shouldn't say we, it's their group, but whenever I'm with them, that tour has a specific sense of humor that you can tap into. Every tour has a different sense of humor. Yeah. I think you need to be in touch with that. And then we definitely know what we like, and we have our inside jokes, and that's a big part of it as well. So we have a culture. Yeah.
Okay. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So what's one of the inside jokes of this tour now? I'm interested.
Oh man, there's I can't repeat any of this on camera, okay, but I'll tell you what it is. It's a speech from Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Which classic
that show is very crass. So there's this very crass speech by Dennis that we recite all the time. That's one such inside joke right now. That's pretty dominant. Yeah.
That's great. Okay. Yeah. And I was looking back at some of your songs, and I noticed, I think for Super Bloom and one of your other EPs too, there was a few music videos that you commissioned for, and they're all animated, beautifully animated, by the way. I think you did it with Mason London.
Yes.
And so how did that collaboration happen? Because I thought it was really cool.
Well, thanks. Mason London was a guy that. All right. Me and Christian got into a very serious verbal altercation, and that's why there's been a cut in the middle of the video.
Exactly.
But no. Mason London's really dope. I was on Instagram one day. I was looking for someone to animate a video, and a post came up. And I just looked at all of his stuff. It was really great. And we just asked him to make those animations. I didn't really give him any direction except to say, film me. Am I that boring? The crickets? No. No, I said, just animate me playing piano in different locations. That's literally all I told him. And he came up with some really great stuff, and people really like it.
Yeah, I mean, I liked it too. So add that to the list,
Hell yeah.
All right. And so let's bring it back a little bit. Let's talk about you growing up. What type of music did you listen to? Who did you listen to?
Man, I mean, I think probably the stuff I listen to the most is Herbie Hancock and Miles Davis is probably the stuff I listen to the most. And then certain rappers and hip hop producers, lots of Dilla, Lately, a lot of Nipsey Hussle has been my favorite. You know, stuff like that. Just lots of rap and hip hop and jazz, I think.
That's cool. You know, since this is basically a homecoming show for you, even though you haven't lived here in like 11 years, I decided to give you some gifts.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, this is so nice. Let's go.
And it's funny because you actually mentioned some of them too. Let's start off with the small one. And it is... It's a J Dilla vinyl.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Man, thank you so much,
You're welcome.
dude.
That's a cool one.
Wow. That's great. Oh, wow. God, I love when they have these, when they're like...
I know, like the special edition ones.
The badge design. That's phenomenal.
All right, but that's
Dude,
not
thanks,
all, though.
Christian.
Of course.
That's a
We got
classic
one
right
last
there.
one for you.
Wow. Ooh. Oh, Directstep.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow, dude. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Christian.
Anything you got to say
Wow.
about them?
I mean, you know, I actually hadn't really heard this one, so I'm really excited about it. But yeah, this is Herbie Directstep. What was this, 1980?
Yeah,
1981,
back in the
something like
day,
that?
back in the day.
I know a tiny bit about it. 79. So yeah, I believe this is the one where he used the what's that synth called? The one that where you like draw on the screen. What's that called? I forget what that synth is called. But I think that's the one where he started using that. But anyway, this is a classic that I have not dug into yet. So this is a great opportunity for me to do that. Thanks a lot, Christian. I appreciate
I know,
it.
you know, you're in the middle of the tour, but you know, why not?
Oh, I mean, you know, I'll be
Splurge
back in
over.
LA tomorrow, so I'll put it on
Oh,
when I get back.
perfect
Well, I'll
then.
be back in LA tonight, even, and day off tomorrow.
Even better.
So easy.
All right. And believe it or not, this isn't actually the first time we've met. But before I answer that, I want one last question for you about this. I'm surprised you don't add more of your vocals to, you know, the tracks that you make.
Oh,
Can you
really
explain
now?
about that?
Yeah, I mean, you know, you know, I usually just stick to the stuff that I know. I do like to sing. I sing all the time. You know, I also play the saxophone and trumpet reasonably well. But I'm not using that either, not because I couldn't, but because I think you do need to learn. It's not so much about what is in the music so much as how you implement it. I think like that's kind of my approach to stuff. It's kind of like what there's this Bruce Lee quote that's like kind of like at the core of what I think about, which is he says, "I fear not the man who's practiced 100 kicks one time. Rather, I fear the man who's practiced one kick 100 times." I'm really, for me, it's like, let me do less things very well and in greater depth and, you know, with more variety within that thing, you know? So it's not that I couldn't do vocals, it's that I'm just more focused on a smaller number of things. But I am, you know, open-minded to doing it in the future. I just need to find time and space to really focus on it. And whenever I do something, I try to do it really, really well. So when I do implement vocals, I will be focusing on that very heavily, and I just haven't done that yet.
That's cool. Okay, well, the backstory behind this question is actually when I was younger, I actually saw you when you were in the musical of Les Mis.
Oh, you're really?
Yeah.
San Diego Junior Theater. My junior year of high
I'm not
school.
trying to date
I was
you, but
17.
I saw
well,
you
no,
there.
I appreciate you. You know all about me, dude. So wait, wow, how did you know that I was in junior theater? We must know someone in common.
No, I
You
don't
just know that.
I just happened to be there for one of the
But
productions.
how did you remember me? I wasn't even a main character.
You know what?
I was like that's amazing, Christian.
I just have good memory, you know, what can I say?
Wait, but how did you find out about junior theater? I feel like people here in San Diego, junior theater is something that it's the oldest running youth theater group in the country, but it's still kind of a niche thing. I think not many people know about it here in San Diego. But how did you know about junior theater? Like you were just seeing junior theater shows?
You know what? I had a very musical family too, so they took me there.
Why do I feel like there's so much secrecy and behind why you were at this show?
There's no secret. I'm just, you know, saying how it is.
Damn.
It's
okay.
just seeing you in Les Mis
Respect.
and Fame.
I guess
you know?
I guess I had that much of an impact. You know, the director of that show, Desha, was supposed to make it out tonight, but she couldn't. She's doing a rehearsal until 10:30. She's gonna miss it, but she was about to come out tonight. That would have been, a nice little reunion there.
Would have been nice.
Man, shout out Junior Theater. Hell yeah.
Shout out to Junior Theater. Okay, and then going in college and maybe in high school too. I believe you were in numerous trios and like quintets and all that. And how do you feel like that helped raise you up as a musician?
Man, I love these questions. Yeah, I wish people would ask me about this more. I mean, because that's really what I know is playing in ensembles. When I was in high school, I was kind of stepping into the San Diego jazz scene a little bit, playing with, trios and small combos and things, playing at Dizzy's at the time, or the El Camino, or the, Seventh Grand, I think it was called, or, Croce's, or all these other venues that were here at the time, and playing with Gilbert Castellanos and Rob Thorson, musicians like that. And then when I was in college, around the same time, playing with my peers there at UCLA. That was my daily thing. That's what I know how to do, is like playing combos. I love trio piano. That's like my favorite thing. The beats I started doing more as a way to, I was just by myself. I was living on the other side of town. I was living in the Valley in LA, and no one lived by me. And I needed a way to make my music, and also a way to make an album that was cheap, like, honestly. And it was just this awesome creative outlet to do that. And I think a lot of people mistake me for being a solo producer, when if I had to choose one for the rest of my life, 100 times out of 100, it would be playing in an ensemble. Like, if I had to choose between like making beats solo and playing in an ensemble, I would, gun to my head, I would never make a beat ever again in my life. And I love making beats, but playing with people in an ensemble live on stage is like, that's what I know. That's where I come from. That's my thing. So yeah, man, I mean, it's not so much that it shaped me, or it's just what I've always been, I think. It's just what I am. Like, I love playing with people. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's great, because you're going to be playing with more people later tonight too.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we're going to do that tonight, And that's the thing, we started doing the band 2 years ago, and, before we could afford to do it. And, but that's just what I want to do. I never really liked doing the solo sets, as much. I mean, I like them. It's still music. I love making music in any way, but, playing with other people is just twice as good. At least twice as good. Yeah.
Thank you. Well, thanks for taking time to do the interview. I really appreciate it.
Thanks,
It's been a lot of fun. Very interesting to learn from you. Just hearing about your past. But I actually have one last gift for you.
Oh, okay.
But it's not a physical gift. It's actually just time. And because I'm going to step out of frame, and it's just going to be you and the camera.
Oh, really?
You could say anything you want, plug anything you want. I know you
So
just
to the
dropped
camera
an
right
album.
here?
Yeah, the camera right here. And
All right.
I'm going to be out of here. So it's all you.
Let's do it.
Wow. Well, now that this is all mine, I'm gonna do 45 minutes of original stand-up. No. What can I plug? I have a tour right now, a U.S. tour. We're gonna be doing, I believe, 11 or 12 more cities, including Chicago, Minneapolis, Detroit, Syracuse, New York, Philadelphia, D.C., Nashville, Charlotte, and Atlanta. And then after that, I don't know what the future holds. I believe we're going to record another album. We'll see what happens. But thank you so much for tuning in. It's been my pleasure. My name is Kiefer, and I hope to see you soon. Bye, everybody.